Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reviewing the final Smackdown of the new year. So anyway, this video will be released on New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve. So anyway, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody around the world. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody around the world. For those, this will be coming out on the 31st. This will be being released today. So you guys will most likely be seeing it next year or so what. But I want to wish you all a Happy New Year anyway, since I will not be reviewing anything on the New Year's Day. So we kick off the show with Uncle Howdy and the rest of that stuff. I'm not really into this whole stuff. I mean, I know Bray Wyatt is probably one of the only guys that the crowd really care about that WWE have brought back. But I'm just not really interested in this storyline. It's just not for me. I know a lot of people like it, but it's just not for me. Uncle Howdy would attack Bray Wyatt, so I guess they're trying to make it sound like they're enemies. And also, a lot of people think this is Bo Dallas, but I saw a closer look of his face. I saw a better image of his face. And I have to admit, it doesn't really look like Bo Dallas. Didn't really look like Bo Dallas all that much. So we had a couple of segments. We had a couple of segments. Sami Zayn was a bit worried, but Paul Heyman was telling him to. He cautioned Sami Zayn to not have the WWE Universe chant his name because I guess he feels that Roman Reigns. I guess he feels that he's gonna get more popular. We also get another backstage segment. I'm just going to talk about these now because majority of this review is going to be regarded on one thing. We got another backstage segment where all the baby faces are pretty much making fun of Top Dollar's little botch over the top rope, and Top Dollar takes offensive to it. And we also had another one here with Braun Strowman challenging Gunther for the IC title. And then Ricochet would come down to make the save. Right! Who's ready for the rest of this video to be a rant? Who's ready to watch this video? Who's ready for the rest of this video to be very one-sided? So anyway, let's talk about the main thing that you all want to hear about. Ronda Rousey. She takes on Raquel Rodriguez. In a pretty lackluster, boring match. I didn't care too much about it. But in the end, Ronda secured the win, tapping out Rodriguez. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is what happened after the match. We got a returning Charlotte Flair, who we have not seen since May of WrestleMania Backlash in the I Quit match. Charlotte Flair was owed a rematch. She then challenged Ronda Rousey right now for the Smackdown Women's title. Ronda Rousey lets her ego get the better of her and happily accepts. As you guys know, I'm a massive Charlotte fan, so I was very happy to see her back. And when I talk about this, I will try to be as fair. And as impartial. But I also want to mention things that I feel that are really positive about what we're about to talk about. Charlotte Flair would end up defeating Ronda Rousey and ending the reign of terror. Some people love it, some people hate it. And I can understand why. Some people may love it, some people may hate it. I personally love it. I love that Charlotte is champion again. And I know she's been champion 14 times, Patrick. How can you be happy with a woman that just comes back and wins the title? Didn't Ronda Rousey do that? She came back, won the Royal Rumble, and then just won the title? I mean, come on. Ronda Rousey did I mean, it's okay for Ronda Rousey to just come back and win a title, but I guess for Charlotte Flair's case, nah, not at all. It's unacceptable. There's a few things I want to talk about. Charlotte got new music. I do not care about her new music. I see so many goddamn people just whinge about wrestlers getting new music. Who the bloody hell cares? Who the hell cares? It's just music. Why is that important? Oh, because her old thing was a banger. People, listen. If you don't like Ronda Rousey, if you don't like Charlotte Flair, why would you care about her music? Why would you care about her music if you're not a fan of her? That's reason number one. Reason number two, maybe Charlotte Flair wanted to change it. Maybe she wanted to come back with new music. Maybe she wants a fresh start. Maybe she wants a fresh start. Number three, Charlotte's a babyface. I prefer Charlotte as a babyface over as a heel. I would rather her be a babyface. And that's one other thing. They need Charlotte. They need a top babyface. I don't care if you people despise Charlotte. Nobody can admit that SmackDown... You have to admit that SmackDown needed Charlotte Flair. You have to admit SmackDown badly needed Charlotte back. Sasha Banks is pretty much gone. She's got 2 days left before she's a free agent. Sasha will be a free agent in a few days. She's going to be a free agent in a few days, okay? She's going to be a free agent in a few days. There's no reason for us to think Sasha's coming back. I would love it if Sasha comes back, but I feel she's going to be in New Japan for a while. She is exploring new options now. Can we please stop using Sasha Banks as an excuse? She's now exploring new options. I'm happy for Sasha, and I'll be supporting her in her quest to become in New Japan. I'll be supporting it. I'll be watching it, because I am now starting to watch more wrestling products because WWE haven't really been exciting me. But this made me happy. Charlotte Flair being champion is a good thing. Now, I know a lot of people despise her, and I know a lot of people hate her, but please, for the love of God, put your damn hatred aside for a minute and just listen. You gotta understand, Charlotte being champion is a million times better than Ronda Rousey. Charlotte loves this business. She can actually wrestle. She can actually put on bangers. She can actually make the active wrestlers on the rosters look good. I would love to see Charlotte versus Emma, Charlotte versus Tegan, Charlotte versus Liv, Charlotte versus Sonya, Charlotte versus Shotzi. Maybe not. Last time I saw that, it was pretty crap, but Shotzi's a face now. Maybe it'll be a bit better. But you could also have Charlotte versus Rhea, Charlotte versus maybe Io and Dakota if they ever want to come over. I can picture Charlotte Flair doing open challenges. And what I would love to see is maybe a few NXT wrestlers come down and accept the challenge. Like Cora Jade, like Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane. There is so much you could do with Charlotte Flair now that she's the champion. Ronda Rousey sucks. She doesn't care about this business. She doesn't love it. She is a cancer to the women's division. I don't care how much you despise Charlotte. You should know Charlotte being back has literally made the SmackDown women's division so much better. Sasha Banks is in Japan. She's in Japan now. She's off in Japan. They need a new babyface. They need a new top babyface. Charlotte Flair's the girl. Charlotte Flair is their choice. And I know people don't like Charlotte, but I think people should understand that Charlotte being champion is just overall better. It's just overall better than Ronda Rousey. We'll actually get good matches now. I would ramble on and on. There's so much I could go on and on and on about. There's so much I could go on about. I could say, like, you know, Ronda being, like, Charlotte, you know, like, the one other thing I want to talk about real quick is that I love how fans thought Triple H being in charge was a good thing. This is the only strong negative, well, not a strong negative, but just a little negative. The little negative that I can give this is that everybody thought Triple H taking over was going to be a good thing. Oh, Triple H taking over means new opportunities, new faces, new people getting opportunities. Yet Roman Reigns still has both of his titles. The Usos still have their titles. Ronda Rousey's champion. Charlotte Flair comes back, wins the title. So it proves to you that it doesn't matter if it's Vince McMahon or Triple H. Charlotte Flair is going to be pushed regardless. But I can see some positives. Instead of flailing your arms around and chucking a hissy fit and screaming into your microphone like a goddamn 2-year-old in your damn basement, think of the positives here. This is the Triple H regime. There is a strong possibility Charlotte might want to elevate some people. Maybe she might put over Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, even though she doesn't really need it. But there are some opportunities here that Charlotte may give back to some of the women's division. There's a strong possibility. It's a strong possibility. I know it's doubtful, but I think Charlotte working under Triple H might bring in some new life for Charlotte Flair. It might bring in some new vigor. I remember hearing stories she wanted to put over Bianca Belair, but Vince told her no. So I can see Charlotte Flair pitching, you know, people she wants to lose to Triple H, and Triple H being okay with it, having her lose to certain people. That is the positive here. Charlotte Flair isn't working with Vince anymore. She could pitch something to Triple H, and he could be okay with it. That's the positive here. I think Charlotte could give back and start losing to some other talent. There are some talents she might want to lose to. So I think some people need to look at this as this is the Triple H regime. But yes, I do find it funny that even though Triple H is in charge and people thought, you know, we're going to get complete change, it still does show you that even if Triple H is in charge, he will still push the same top people. But you know, Charlotte Flair's a babyface. I consider that a positive. I do like Charlotte's new music. I'm not going to be picky about it. I think it's pretty good. But overall, I'm just happy Charlotte's champion. I'm just happy we finally have a champion that I can be okay with. That's the thing we all should really realize here. We should all realize Charlotte being champion is a good thing. At least she's a good wrestler. At least she's a good wrestler that can actually put on good matches and make some of the other girls look good. Unlike Miss Rousey, who can't make people look good. But I will say, this whole situation feels last minute. If there's one big question that is looming over my head about this, is that I feel this came off very last minute. Because the thing is, I heard stories, again, I don't believe reports, I don't believe anything, I take it as a pinch of salt. But I remember hearing reports that Ronda Rousey could potentially be leaving WWE next year. Maybe it's possible. I'm just saying, maybe it's a possibility. They gave Ronda a new contract. Maybe she didn't like it. Maybe she didn't sign it. And they just decided to punish her. I don't know. I'm just speculating. It's just my opinion. I'm just speculating. I think it's a strong possibility. Maybe Ronda wasn't happy with the contract they probably gave her. I don't know. This feels last minute to me. There's no way this was Triple H's plan from the beginning. This doesn't feel like something that Triple H was building up for months. This just felt last minute. So overall, honesty, I'm happy Charlotte's champion, and she will be better suited for this division, and she can elevate some other girls. I'm genuinely excited for it. I've got a lot of ideas for Charlotte as champion, but we all know that won't happen. I'd like to see her do weekly open challenges against Emma, Tegan, Zaya, Sonya, etc, etc. That's what I'd like to see. Anyway, the main event was John Cena and Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. The outcome I expected, Owens and Cena won, but I was wrong in my prediction in thinking Roman Reigns was going to turn on Sami Zayn. I still think it's going to happen though. I still think it'll happen. Now I know I said it was going to happen tonight, and I will admit I was incorrect. I was wrong, it didn't happen. But I still think it will. I still think it can happen. Maybe it happens on the first Smackdown of 2023. I do still think it's gonna happen though. It may not be tonight. It may not have been tonight, but I am still confident in saying Roman Reigns will turn on Sami Zayn. It is coming, but my God, I just wish they would hurry it up. There is one other thing I would want to talk about, but I don't want to run this video too long. I'll potentially talk about this another time. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and me rambling about Charlotte Flair for about most of this video. But I hope you guys see where I'm coming from. If you don't, whatever. I don't care. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and Happy New Year to all of you across the world. See you guys next time.